Hi everyone, welcome back for another math video lesson. This week we are learning about the characteristics of 3D shapes. So let's get started. The three characteristics of 3D shapes that we're going to learn about today are the faces of a 3D shape, the edges, and the vertices. So a face is the flat part of a 3D shape. It's the 2D shapes that make up the surface of a 3D shape. For example, on this cube, we have squares that make up the surface of this cube. Now, these squares are the faces, they're the flat part. The edge is where the faces meet. So I have two faces right here, these flat parts. Where they meet, this long part right here, that is the edge. And then the vertex or vertices are the points on the 3D shape. So here's a point or a vertex. Here's a vertex. Here is a vertex. Here's another vertex. There's so many vertices on this one 3D shape, but not all 3D shapes have a vertex. So we have the face, the edge, and a vertex or vertices. Let's look at all of our other 3D shapes and see how many faces, how many vertices, and how many edges each 3D shape has. Let's start with the cone. First, I'm going to draw a cone in the 3D shape column. I'm not an amazing drawer, but I'm trying my best. Now, a cone has only one face, and that face is a circle. Earlier, I said that a cylinder has edges, but I was wrong. A cylinder and a cone have 0 edges because there are no two faces that meet together. But a cone does have one vertice, and that is right here at the top. A cylinder is our next 3D shape we're going to talk about. So now let's talk about the different characteristics. A cylinder has 2 faces, and both of those faces are circles. Like I said, I misspoke earlier when I said that a cylinder had edges. A cylinder has 0 edges because there are no 2 faces that meet. And a cylinder also has 0 vertices. Next, let's talk about the cube. To draw a cube, I'm going to draw 2 squares. And then connect the vertices. Now, how many faces do you think a cube has? Well, a cube has 6 faces, and all of those faces are squares. How many edges does it have? Well, a cube has 12. A cube has 12 edges and 8 vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The last 3D shape we're going to learn about is the sphere. Remember, a sphere is like a ball. So to draw a sphere, I draw a circle and then a curved line in the middle, and that is a sphere. Now, I want you to think, Are there any flat 2D shapes that make up a sphere? There are not. So, there are 0 faces, now, do you see any edges on a sphere? No, there are 0 edges. What about vertices? Are there any vertices on a sphere? No, there are not. There are no faces, no edges, and no vertices on a sphere. So today we learned about the characteristics of 3D shapes, and that includes faces, vertices, and edges. I want you to go through your own home and see if you can find a 3D object and point out the different characteristics. Talk to an adult about how many faces it has, how many edges, and how many vertices. Now you may have noticed that I did not fill out this last column on our chart. For this last column, I want you to think about what looks like each 3D shape. I wrote that a party hat looks like a cone, a cup of water looks like a cylinder, a tissue box looks like a cube, and a baseball looks like a sphere. What else could you add to this column? I hope you'll have a wonderful time exploring 3D shapes. Have a great week and happy learning.